Tourette's guy signing out.
That's funny. Let's have a look at his response to iDubbbz's Content Cop. The Content Cop is a big failure for iDubbbz, man. I'd never even heard of fucking iDubbbz before this, but now all iDubbbz is doing is getting clowned on. I don't know iDubbbz. I don't care about fucking iDubbbz. I know about Ethan. I like some of his takes. I dislike some of his takes, but I like him as a character. Ethan's a decent geezer. Hassan, Frogan, and all them others on the other side, they're all literally all losers, in my opinion. They're all fucking losers. And then this random character, iDubbbz, pops up, random to me. He randomly pops up and joins the loser side, shitting on actually his friend. And I just found out that they were friends, iDubbbz and Ethan. Anyway, let's just see what this is about.
A few days ago, my good friend Ian, also known as iDubbbz,
My good friend Ian.
released a content cop about me. His videos over
Like I've seen like Ethan go from like being a fat guy to literally go slim, and it looks like stress. It honestly looks like stress. When I see Ethan, I don't know if I get this pity feeling in my heart. I don't know why. I feel sorry for him. He looks, I want to say it, but I don't want to say it in a rude way. Like, he looks haggard. He looks absolutely drained. From when I first started watching him, he was a bit of a chubby guy. He was a chubby fella, if I remember correctly. And since I started watching him over that time period, I've just seen him turn slim and more, looking more knackered. No disrespect to him at all. I like him and I respect what he does, but that's my observation.
an hour long, and it's full of a lot of accusations. We watched the entire video, every frame of it, responded to every accusation on the podcast in a really long episode. We watched the whole thing. So if you're interested in a more thorough response to everything,
Yeah, he done a whole 4 hour on the podcast, and yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't even stream that long. That's long, bro. Remember when I used to stream? I was talking to Mr. Woods. I used to stream from midnight to like 4, 5, 6 a.m.
I would recommend watching this episode.
Starting the stream at midnight. Fucking hell.
The video that I'm making today, however, I don't need an hour for, because there's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his
And to think, sorry, just to go back on it, because I keep looking and I keep seeing the stress in his face. And to think he's been through death threats, they've sent child support services to his house to try to get his kids taken away from him, all false. They've sent 2 human skulls to him in the post. So I think stuff like that, no matter how much you say it's not going to affect you, I always say that. I always sit and I say, no matter what happens on YouTube or no matter what happens online, I don't allow it to affect me. That's a lie, because I think it will affect you eventually. You know, it will affect you at some level. You're just burying it and coping with it. But I mean, when they're sending you human skulls as death threats, when they're trying to get your children taken away from you, these are people online that you don't even know. They just disagree with your takes. That's a bit fucking scary, man. That's a bit fucking scary, and there's got to be a safeguard against that. Honestly, like, because people have to have freedom of speech. People can disagree, then you just don't watch the channel. It's as simple as that. Don't go above and beyond to go and try and ruin someone's life just because you just don't disagree with what they're saying. For me, I find that completely insane. And Ethan's a victim of that. That's what I think.
hour-long takedown did not mention one time Child Protective Services. Not one time in the entire video. He never says CPS. No mention, no explanation, no overview, nothing. 0 mentions of CPS.
No, of course they wouldn't. They're not going to mention that. The whole aim of the whole stupid bullshit content cop that they done was to make you look bad, my brother. We all know it. We, us the people, we know that. We understand that. We see it. And you could see that iDubbbz is taking a big old fucking L for that.
Weeks ago, Child Protective Services showed up to our house at 6 a.m. to interrogate us about an anonymous tip they got that our kids were crawling around and eating dog shit at catching diseases.
What's that? We get our daily dose of mellow. So good. I appreciate you so much. All the kisses. What's that about? His kids are crawling about eating dog shit. Who would make such an allegation? Come on, investigators that have been called for this. Come on, do your due diligence and find out who Ethan is. Find out why someone might tip you off to say that. Come on, do your due diligence. Just don't go there turning up at 6 a.m, frightening the life out of his children, frightening the life out of him and his wife. And I don't care what the guy says. Even if you disagree with him, I don't give a shit. No one should go through that. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Ian spends the majority of his video characterizing me like a raving lunatic who's lashing out at everyone around me.
The content cop was useless, man. Like I said, I'd never seen a content cop before. I'd never heard of iDubbbz before. I don't give a fuck about iDubbbz or content cop or none of that fucking shit. I don't care about it. I just see that it was popping, and I like drama, so I went to fucking check it out. And it's a L. It's actually a L video. The video is a L. You look at the dislike ratio. You can just see it's a L.
With zero provocation.
Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help, maybe if he stops harassing other creators, maybe if he does these...
So, this is the guy who was meant to be his friend. He's the one who made the whole fucking thing. Yeah, frenemy. They call them frenemy.
...things, eventually he'll find peace, and we can, like, rekindle our friendship. And I feel like I am speaking up for a lot of people who have problems with you, and a lot of people who have been...
Wait. So basically, he's painting himself as a hero. So you're speaking for what? The voice of the voiceless. What the fuck are you yapping about? You fucking invalid-looking cunts. What's the matter with ya?
On the receiving end of your harassment.
What he doesn't say is the majority of these clips he's using are taken from this episode. Now, does he ever show the timing are taken from this episode?
Let me just see the title. Snark called Child Protective Services on us. Yeah, well, Denham's went after my kids. That's another one of them bullshit creators on the other side, on Hassan's side and all of that.
Now, does he ever show
They're
the
all bullshit
title
creators.
of this episode?
They're all bullshit creators, yarn weavers. That's what they are. All they do is spinning the yarn. And all they're doing, they're ensuring that you taking that information of this spun yarn, which then makes them look good. These people are not about truth. These people are not about brutal honesty and all of that. These people are not about that. Like, these people are just lame, sad, actual fucking losers. Especially Hassan Parker. He's the leader of them losers with his pearl necklaces and all of that. Little cunt fighting for equality and humbleness while living in a fucking LA mansion, drinking coke, talking about Palestine. Bro, get the fuck out of my screen. Get the fuck off of my face. Get out of my face and off of my screen. So I said that all backwards.
No, he does not ever show the title of this episode.
No, of course he
Snark
wouldn't.
called Child Protective Services on us. Not only does he not show the title, he doesn't explain why I'm set, who I'm mad at, why I'm mad at them.
Yeah. Out of context. Out of fucking context.
Zero context.
Yeah,
I'm
out of
just
fucking
an anonymous,
context.
screaming lunatic.
It's
Yeah.
been pleasant hanging out with you. I've enjoyed your content over the years. And as of late, it's gotten really fucking shitty.
Yeah, so go
That's ironic, isn't it?
fuck yourself.
I agree.
Who else? Who else do we want to burn today?
Who else do we want to burn today? You're making it so fucking obvious that this is your emotional dumping ground.
Yeah, well, show us the title, then you can.
It's horrible.
Yeah, well, show us the title, then give us the contents, then you can. We could see it now in hindsight, but give us the content, then give us the context, then you can't.
Not what podcasts are. There was a way to approach us to say, like, we feel hurt by you guys not saying something. You've decided to do the extra thing and attack.
In this episode, the same day that CPS came to my home, I was understandably irate. This was a provocation that I had not experienced.
Yeah, we say it as irate, but does that Americans say it? Irate. See, Americans are butchering English, man. They say aluminum and shit like that, and addicting. No, it's aluminium, it's addictive, it's irate. Fucking up English.
It went
That's just a side note.
into my real world, was affecting my children and my life in a way that I found extremely disturbing and an
I remember when I was a kid, I was in Florida, and I was looking at Pokemon cards, and I was like to the guy, "Oh, are these English?" And he was like, "Nah, they're American English." I was thinking, from that moment, I knew Americans are actually very dumb.
escalation that I found
Very
very
fucking high.
unacceptable. Now, why am I mad at
Not all
you
of them.
for this? Well, let's start here. Denims is someone he's accusing me of in his video of harassing. Let's see what Denim said about my children 3 days before CPS was called.
Let's have a look.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is
Also, who is this guy here? Who is this guy?
suing him for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit.
It's like anything to tarnish your name. That's what they do. I'm fully aware of the actions that these sort of people take. Them a threat to a person like me? Impossible. But like I was saying earlier, it would get under your skin. No matter how much I say it, I wouldn't let it affect me. They're involving your kids. They're involving CPS. They're sending skulls to your house. You're getting death threats. You're getting, cancelled online. People sending hate. It's gonna affect you.
And God forbid, I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something. But they contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia from the dog shit that is all
Is
over
this
his
true?
house.
Dude, how is it that like maybe once a week I look into what Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time I manage to find
See, these lot are so sad. They're so sad. Ah, Denims, you're so sad. I feel so sorry for you guys. My heart goes out to you guys. I shed a tear when I think of you guys because you haven't got a fucking life. You haven't got a fucking life. You got nothing important to give. All you can do is shit on other people. All you can do is, let's go see what Asman's up to. Or let's go see what Ethan is up to. It's because they're based. That's why. That's the true reason. You're going to try and throw shade on them because they're so based. There's not even look when I see that Asman and even with Ethan and stuff like that. When I see criticism against them, I actually see no criticism against the take. They're insulting them just to insult them. That's all. It's like, Asman, it doesn't matter what he says. He lives like a tramp. No, address what he's saying. You can't because you know it's true. This is the thing that's breaking their heart with these sort of people. They when they go to bed, they're weeping tears of pure anger and frustration because they know Asman is right. They know Ethan is right. At some points, they know that they're right, and they just can't deal with that. And they know most people are watching them. They can't deal with it. So then they do stuff like, so then I go and check their content. Yeah. I feel so sorry for you guys.
more and more terrible shit. This is where Ethan tells a story about his family getting
We
Giardia.
already have mold Mondays. Now we have shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses, it's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. There are lots of things that you can get as an adult. You're totally fine. You'll be A-okay. No problem. A child, a small infant that has no immune system, shouldn't be catching anything.
No wonder his house is covered in dog shit, and his neglected children raised by nannies have contracted parasites.
And you can see like the crowd that they harbour. You can see, the sort of minds that are there. It's literally lunatics. It's saddos. It's the losers. It's the loser cast of society. Honestly, that's what I think they are. And this ain't me dissing them. This ain't me dissing Gravedigger and all these chatters here. I'm not dissing none of them. I'm just saying, man, I feel so sorry for you guys. Honestly, I really do. I really do feel so sorry for these guys. Like I was saying yesterday, they're probably overweight. They've probably got no ambition, no drive. They're probably unemployed. When they look around their environment, it's probably an utter mess. A true reflection of their subconscious. So truly, I overlook what these poor, sad people, all they can do is throw shade at people because that's all they have in their heart. They're filled with darkness, so that's all they can offer the world is their darkness. Ultimately, I feel sorry for people like that. So when it comes to me turning on the fryer for these people, I cry while I'm turning on the fryer, but then I turn it on eventually because these bitches got to get cooked.
parasites previously unknown to science from the
But I do
feces.
feel sorry for
I
them.
wonder why he skipped over all of this, because everything that he said,
You know, God will help them. God will help them. Don't worry about it.
everything that I said in this story, which by the way was apparently compiled by his crew, playing
No wonder this
Fucking hell,
motherfucker's
mate.
always sick. Yeah. Yeah. It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now. It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is this happening? How is it happening?
How did Palestine get involved? Are these the advocates for Palestine? It's a bad look for Palestine.
How is this happening? Yeah, I mean, I don't even make fun of people's weight. I've never made fun of people's weight. I do make fun of people's posture. If you're making an active decision that like you don't give a fuck about your health or your posture or your dog shitting all over.
See what I'm saying? It's all personal things. It's all personal stuff, and I'll tell you the reason why she's got these viewers. We all know why. I've been blocking it this whole time, but we all know why. That's why. Need I say more? Like, that's the only reason people will be even bothered to listen to you, love. That's the fucking truth. It's that little fucking tiny cleavage you got there on your chest, love. That's about it, and I'll be fucking honest with you. I'll be truly honest with you. Also, on top of that, if I overlook that, what are you bringing of value? Absolutely nothing. You're just insulting the man. You're just insulting the man. Insults are free. We can all do that. We can all insult each other. But however, we're not going to progress. The dialogue is not going to move forward. We're just going to be stagnant in this point, insulting each other. Wasting fucking time. Disappointing.
Over the house to the point where your kids are getting giardia. That's the image of someone who is not well.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what, Dams? Wait, what? You guys didn't know about this? Yeah. Zempic diet. Oh, God.
Even after CPS was called, Denham's attempted to justify it by claiming that it's okay because children can't be traumatized.
Wow. Wow. Where did she learn that? That's crazy, bro.
Want you to create any bad memory here for them? Like, they are 5 and 3. They don't.
They're little fucking babies, 5 and 3. I mean, if anyone's going to get traumatized, it's at them tender ages. But according to Denham's over here, little baby cleavage, she said, nah, babies, they can't get... Let's see what she says.
understand this shit.
Let's see what she says.
So I told him
Let's have a look.
Create any bad memory for them. You're not forming memories at 3 years old.
Huh?
And it's very rare that you're forming memories at 5 years old.
Huh? What's the matter with these people?
Not yet.
They're traumatized. There's a sign of trauma. Love, you're traumatized.
You are. No, you're not. When we're talking about being able to remember, being able to recall memories, it's like 4 is the cutoff. But even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15.
Bro, what are you saying, bro? Bro, what
You
are
have
you
maybe
saying,
one
bro?
or 2 memories.
If you're wondering who the guy
What are you saying, bro? Anything to cope and justify. That makes me think that you're complicit. You are complicit. Complicit? Is it complicit? Complicitive. Complicit. You're in on this CPS thing.
is, she's
It makes you seem suspicious because you're coping and you're justifying it. No, kids don't get traumatized between 3 and 5. They can get at 4, but then they forget it when they're 15. You have 1 or 2 memories. Love, you don't know what you're yapping about, darling. You're just there talking fucking absolute fucking fuck all. You're saying nothing. I heard nothing. I heard wisps in the wind. Love, what are you fucking saying?
watching. His name is Bad Empanada.
I don't get
And
it.
As far as
So this is the bearded fella over here on the left. You know, the shade throwing guru over here. His name is Bad Empanada. All right.
harassment campaigns go, you'd think that
Complacent. That's the word.
Ian.
What was I saying? Complacent. I
As
watch
someone
back.
who cares so
I watch back and laugh at myself alone in the dead of night.
deeply about it,
Best
would
way.
be talking about him and not
That's what I do. That's what I end up doing. Complacent. Oh, that's what I was saying. Complacent. Yeah.
me. Here's a small taste.
That's what I do. In the dead of night, I watch either men building log houses from scratch in the middle of the woods, or building weapons or like medieval fucking trebuchet or a fucking bow. Like literally, the guy builds it from scratch. This is the stuff I watch in bed at night. Or lately, I've been scrutinizing my YouTube videos. Yeah, I go on my YouTube channel. I go to my newest video and I start scrutinizing myself.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and
It's a good feeling, that one, yeah.
the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zion is the slur. I'd like
What? You want to make Zionist a slur? You fucking Zionist.
to pay tribute to him by playing the first in Al-Aqsa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers as a Palestinian resistance fighter. Anyways, are these Israelis? They're just standing there? I mean, is the Israeli army a bunch of Ethan
This is sus, bro. Oh my god, I love those hut building videos. They're amazing. From scratch, the guys. I was talking to Mr. Woods about it. I love it, man.
Kleins? Like, they're all on a fucking...
And like the cleaning ones as well. Like the cleaning ones. I don't actively search for them. Them ones, when they pop up, I watch them. Like the cleaning. You know, refurbish the room or something like that. I love it.
Zempic.
And there's another channel that I watch where it's a couple, girlfriend and boyfriend, or husband and wife, I don't know. But they're quite young, but they're like, I think they're interior designers or something, I don't know. But they always change in their room. Like they've both got office each in their house. And the wife, I think she's the interior designer. And every now and then she switches up her husband's office. Like, what theme do you want? Epic fantasy do you? And she does it sick, like a tree will be there, so fucking sick. And she does it from scratch. Serious fucking woman. And she gets a lot of stuff from IKEA, but she tells you how to do it step by step. I love that.
Binge, they don't understand what's going on around them. They haven't noticed me. Where do they
What one? Demon clip. I don't know.
keep the secretaries?
Yeah, I remember. I was laughing at that the other day again on my own, out of nowhere. Yeah, that was so funny. That was funny, man.
In here? I'm looking.
You caught that, and that was good. Otherwise, I would have never seen that unless I watched back because I've been making every clip or every thing I make on my stream. I try to edit it and put it onto YouTube so I can save them so they stay forever. I would have probably maybe seen that at some point by watching it, but I would most probably I would have missed it.
I'm hunting
lucky
for
you clipped
secretaries
it.
right now.
Yeah, so is this the sort of games that they play to their audience? They play games like that, but going around killing. Look, man, I stand with the Palestinians, and I sympathise with the Palestinian plight. Trust me, I do, and I believe what Israel is doing to Palestine is literally war crimes. I do. I believe that, and I believe Palestinians have got their land stolen, and it's continuously getting stolen by the Israelis. Right? That's what I believe. I wouldn't fucking go on and start playing a game where Palestinians are killing Israelis. That is putting more fuel to the fire. I'm looking at the fire, spitting on that shit, pissing on it, trying to put it out, bitch. These people are just stoking the fire. They just must not understand. They must not get it. They need to be grabbed and slapped up a little bit or sorted out, taken into the alleyway and spoken to, harsh words and that, too harsh words and that. You know what I mean? I think that's what they need, because they don't understand that you're actually causing more harm by doing these things that you're doing. You're creating a division with the people. You're creating then two armies, essentially. You're going to have one side saying, oh, this, and the other side saying, oh, this. Nah, I'm not interested in all of that. You're both cunts, in my opinion, then. When I come along and I look and I go, oh, you're both cunts, I'm not interested in none of it. Fuck you all, I hope you all burn. And then I walk away. I swear to God. There is no interest to resolve the fucking situation. If there's no interest to resolve the situation, well, then what am I going to do here talking my stupid, silly fucking words? All I'm going to do is give you my 2 pence and I'm going to fuck off, mate. Honestly, but I had enough of these people. That was funny.
Secretary got
There was a game that's now been taken down, but you basically rape your family, like your mom, your sister. But before it was taken down, it had over 10,000 downloads. That's crazy. People mad, innit? But that's mad.
Here's Bad Empanada
What the fuck is that, bro?
once again, who posted a story saying, "I'm the one who called CPS on Ethan Klein. I want CPS to take his kids away because they are seriously in danger."
What? He just admitted it. So there has to be repercussions for that, right? There's gotta be. There has to be a repercussion. What's going on?
Today was pretty bad, wasn't it? Really sucked for you. You were so disappointed. The betrayal of one of your closest long-term friends, huh?
Look at him. Yeah, this was the content cop. This is what they were doing.
Tick-tock, though, Ethan. Tick-tock, because this was just a taste. This was just a small part of what we have organized for you.
See, this is them. This is what these people do. They alter their whole life in order to ruin your life. They rearrange their whole fucking existence. Also, it points to this is in brackets. This part it points to the fact they have no life. They alter their whole existence in order to ruin your life because they disagree with you. These are the sort of people we're dealing with. Cretins. It's proper cretins. My mum told me about these cunts when I was a kid, when I was a little boy. Just said to me, watch out from these cunts. Stay away from them. I understand now.
It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse, Mr. Klein. Every day, sit there just waiting in misery, in fear of what we have in store for you. Tick-tock goes the clock.
Maybe if he stops harassing other creators.
he lets his dogs shit all over his mansion. Just
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So they project. That's essentially what it's showing us there. They're projecting.
and he just leaves the shit on the floor.
Maybe if he does these things, eventually he'll find peace.
House is just like covered
Yeah.
in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit.
And I feel like I am speaking up for a lot of people who have problems with you.
The hero.
I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it or if it's just from like
Yeah,
contact
okay.
with it with their hands or something.
I was particularly angry during this episode entitled Snark Called CPS on Us because I hold denims to be one of the primary reasons, in my opinion, why CPS was called. Another
See, that's how I think. That's how it feels. Well, then they better investigate her. They better investigate them. There has to be an investigation into this, right? There has to be.
one of their
In the name of fucking justice, right?
friends, Froggy Tonic, had been spreading the same malicious rumor about me on Twitter for days before CPS was called as well.
I used to work with this video editor named Froggy Tonic. I discovered him because he was in the circles online that I was in. There would be an occasional Froggy tweet where I'd be like, I agree with that, you know? Like, I'm not gonna...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Scary. They're lonely, have no life or happiness in their life. And so they'd want to drag people down with them. Yeah, they only have darkness in their heart. That's all they can give. I'm not interested. Get off me, don't touch me. I'm not buying.
endorse it. I'm not gonna retweet it or like it, but fair enough. Now, my former editor of a year and a half
They need to do again the advice that I give you. Go home, turn off the TV, turn off the mobile, and have a good old hard look in the mirror. That's what they need to do, and then that's the way they're going to resolve that darkness within them. And again, as I say in previous videos, I'm actually on their side. I'm on their team. Come on, you can do it. Look in the mirror, defeat that inner demon, bring the light back in your heart. I know you can do it. It's gonna be for your own good ultimately. Come on.
ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit, I'm sure.
Now let me show you the tweets that Ian
They simply sound like disgruntled people. They seemed like they were his friends. Yeah, this is when I started watching Ethan. He looked like this. It seems like that they were his friends. They seemed disgruntled at him for some reason. I'm not that, knowledgeable about the whole fucking case. But yeah, they seemed disgruntled.
Conveniently omitted. Me when my 3 kids ask me why they haven't seen me in the past 4 months. I was in my basement. How can you shun a fallen fan when they worry about their 3 kids when they can't be bothered to protect their dogs? Ethan was neglectful with his dogs. He's already been neglectful with his kids, and he will continue to be. As a child of a neglectful, bipolar, narcissistic dad, that's precisely why I worry about Ethan's kids. I explained it on the podcast, but the truth of the matter is, it's all a lie. It's all wrong. The man is talking about my children.
It's
He's
bad.
painting me as a terrible parent.
Yeah, it's facts, man. That's like, come on, man. What are you doing, man? Where's your integrity, man? You're talking about the man's children. Come on, bro.
A neglectful parent, and saying that he's, whose claim to fame as being iDubbbz's friend and former editor, is spreading malicious, damaging rumors about me that led to the CPS being called. Which, by the way, Ian does not explain one time. Did not mention why I'm angry at Froggy Tonic. He did not mention why I'm angry at Denims. He did not mention the name of the episode. He did not mention what the episode was about. He actually has a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, there's no context. There's
to
none of that.
explain the CPS call, but watch what he does here instead.
Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit.
What other shit, Ian? Other shit is
Yeah.
doing a lot of heavy lifting, man.
Yeah.
Now, why does this matter? Because Anissa was yucking it up with these guys during the period in which they were spreading this rumor and when the CPS call was made. The CPS call is central to understanding this story. You cannot tell this story without that context. And to try to tell this story without including that detail, it would be the most bad faith,
Yeah.
cruel, gaslighting hit
Yeah.
piece of all time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what he did.
That's what they did, and the thing is, it shows. That's the thing. So rest assured, Ethan, that's what I would say. Rest assured, the people know. We can see. Look at that bullshit.
He convinced his audience that the reason that I'm mad, that I'm lashing out, simply because I'm a raving lunatic. I am crashing out. I'm just crazy.
For no reason. No reason. He just actually just a crazy man. Yeah, it's that classic one.
And harassing his friends for no reason.
Yeah.
And by the way, to my good friend Ian of 8 years, I really appreciate
It's
you
a pity.
weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial
To make him crash out. A friend of 8 years. You see, it's devastating, man. Ultimately, it's a sad story. This whole thing is a sad story. It's a tragedy we got on our hands there, ladies and gentlemen. Ultimately, we're going to turn the page and not give a fuck after anyway.
weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help.
Crack on with
Someone
it, mate.
who I've confided in over the years with my struggles with it, who understands what I've been through,
Yeah.
the lengths that I've gone to work on myself and improve my mental condition. For him to throw that in my face,
Yeah,
to
it's fucking terrible. It's
characterize
tragic.
anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment,
Yeah.
is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't
Yeah.
think he would ever be possible of doing. One ridiculous point he keeps hammering on is that
disappointing.
I'm hating on him, I'm harassing him, simply because he's following people on Twitter.
We're not going to run to your defense when, I don't know, we follow people. We be following. That's one fucked up thing that you can say about Anissa and I is when we're on Twitter, we do be following.
I'm not upset, Ian, because you follow people. That is absurd. I'm mad because you are actively engaging with these people on social media, in DMs, while this harassment is happening, seemingly indifferent to it, silent on it. In a sense, I felt like you were more on their side than my side.
Our silence means something. It means that we would
Just
like
just the way he's using the language, our. It's us against you, you know.
to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out.
Our silence means something. That's exactly what we felt. Wow, it's almost like we were right about you.
Yeah.
There's something that I've never talked about publicly, but around the same time, we received 2 human skulls in the mail at our
Yeah.
home, which led us to having a very pleasant interview with the FBI.
Yeah.
Things
How
have
about that?
progressed well past the point of that's just what the internet does. Ian had a recent revelation. He's transcended into a new person. He's achieved nirvana and discovered empathy at age 32.
I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy, and I'm very ashamed to admit that. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy, but I have, and I've realized it because I just like can't help myself
Crazy.
but like feel for other people's pain and suffering now. I'm still not perfect.
Yeah, I
you
feel
know,
like it's
I think
trolling.
that is, my empathy meter's only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up,
Who the fuck is this guy?
potentially, but it's at least there.
In the spirit of his newfound enlightenment,
Fuck
he had
is that
this to
guy,
say.
bro?
I have made some cruel, hurtful content, and I need to acknowledge that, and I'm really sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons, and obviously didn't have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. I
Yeah.
was morally
It
grandstanding and acting.
seems like that's continued, right? It seems like nothing's fucking changed. Scary says here, the fear of losing your children is fucking maddening. As a parent, do say what you want to me, but fuck with my kids. That sets something. That sets off something next level. Yeah, I can understand. I believe that. Why does the guy look like he shouldn't be allowed nowhere near a school? Exactly. Yeah, this guy. Who the fuck are you, man? But yeah, you're 100% right. Like, not the kids, man. Involving kids in that. That's the way of the coward. That's the way of a coward. And they got nothing else. They got nothing else that they can say, so then they go after your kids. It's proper way of the coward.
As if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
just stay away from schools and all of that.
a human. I'm a real human
Yeah.
who makes mistakes, and I make a different
I swear to God, when I look at him and I hear him talking like this, I feel like he's trolling. Don't listen to him. This guy's just bullshitting.
set of mistakes than the people I
This
was
guy's
making
waffling.
videos on. But it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's
Yeah.
also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave, and it's not.
What happened? Am I so
Yeah.
uniquely evil that you're willing to abandon
Yeah.
your newfound principles after what, less than a year?
Yeah.
What is it that I've done
Nothing
Ian,
changed.
that makes me more detestable than any of the other people that you've content caught? And
Yeah.
for what did you do this? To revitalize your dying career?
Yeah, that's
the
what it
entire
is.
video reeks of desperation, of
100%.
being thrown together and poorly researched. I don't really even understand why they did this, and I can't imagine that it's going to be worth it. Thanks for the 8 years of friendship, buddy. Have fun with your new friends.
Yeah, well, that's it, innit? And that's it. That's all it is. What ultimately it's a sad story. But yeah, they're just really sad people. They're really fucking sad people. That's the feeling I get off them. They're disgruntled for some reason. They're sad. They're bitter. That's what I get from that side. It's manipulative to go after someone's children. Yeah, exactly. It's a shit thing to do, man. That's like the way of a true fucking loser, true fucking coward. You can't get me, can ya? You can't fucking touch me, can ya? So then you go after my kids, the vulnerable ones, the innocent ones, the ones that have got nothing to do with this, the truly innocent ones. You go after them. Yeah, well, it speaks a lot about. What you harbour in that putrid heart of yours. God forbid. But anyway,